Never would I have guessed. I'd end up with the weirdest roommate ever. Dude had a stomach bug in the middle of the night. I drove him to the hospital. Then he asked me to split the meds and gas money. I could have just taken some pills and been fine. But no, you had to stick your nose where it didn't belong. You should cover this. Later a storm collapsed the dorm building. When he begged for help, I just booked it out of there. 'Cause I came back from the dead. This time I'm gonna watch him dig his own grave. Spicy Country Melon reminds you. The epic tale is starting now. Big fat raindrops pounded on the window, with thunder rumbling all around. I jolted awake from my dream. Way too pumped up. My head smacked into the bed rail with a thud. I grabbed the rail tight. Opened my mouth without thinking, gulping down air hard. Like a fish about to die of thirst. Cold sweat dripped down my forehead. The sound of bones breaking echoed in my ears. My heart felt like it ran a marathon. Pounding super fast. Almost jumping out of my throat. In just a moment. My pajamas were soaked through with sweat, sticking to my skin. Bai Fei on the bed next to me freaked out. Shenman, what's your problem? Why are you acting crazy in the middle of the night? You scared me. Cry. Tang Tang across from us also woke up. Saw me like this. Hopped right off the bed. Grabbed my shoulders. Asked worriedly, Shaman, you okay? I slowly lifted my head. Stared straight at Bai Fei. Why are you looking at me like that? Bai Fei felt super creeped out by my stare. Shivered a bit. Then suddenly it hit him. He pulled the blanket over. Held it in front of his chest. You're crazy. He yanked the bed curtain shut. Grabbed his phone and started whining into it. Oh my god. It's my roommate. I was sleeping fine. Then she suddenly screamed. And kept staring at my body. Freaked me out. A creepy laugh came from the phone. Then I heard some mumbled words. Bai Fei looked up at me weirdly. And quickly turned down the volume. She giggled all flirty. Twisting her body like a pretzel. Girl, you don't care if they can even see you. You're so bad. Why would you even look at that nerd Shen Man? She sleeps all buttoned up, like she's about to go to class. She's not even like a real woman. All right. Let you sneak a peek. Just one quick peek. Tung was always blunt. Hearing Bai Fei say that, she shot back, saying get a room if you're gonna act all horny. Seriously. Are we just part of your little fantasy? Bai Fei didn't back down either, showing half her face from behind the curtain, pursing her lips. I know you guys look down on me. If I had the money, I'd have moved out ages ago. Why would I stick around to be treated like this? Bai Fei could always twist things around. Tung had enough. And they started bickering back and forth. It wasn't until then that I managed to pull myself out of that suffocating feeling. Yep. This familiar yet crazy conversation made me sure I really was reborn. What just happened wasn't just a dream. In my past life I was pushed off the stairs by my roommate Bai Fei and died. There were 3 of us in the dorm. Me. Tung across from me and Bai Fei next to me. Bai Fei's family was struggling. Her parents were farmers. And not in great health either. The whole family lived off farming and odd jobs. But even so, they worked hard to put Bai Fei through college. Bai Fei was hardworking and motivated. Tough and independent. Always jumping in to help with chores around the dorm. Acting all sweet and thoughtful. Plus she had fair skin. And a pretty face. With a soft voice when she talked. A girl like that was hard not to like. So at the start of school, the 3 of us got along great, pretty much inseparable. We went to class together, ate meals. We'd go for walks or shopping. And at night we'd stay up in bed gossiping about everything. Knowing Bai Fei had a tight budget at home, we always tried to help him out. Whenever we went out to eat or see a movie, me and Tang would pick up the tab. Later Bai Fei started seeing someone. You know how girls are. She wanted to look all dolled up for her boy. So she slowly got into makeup and matching outfits. Her monthly allowance was only like $800. And that barely covers a few basics. So she had to cut back on food. Sometimes she'd have just instant noodles for the whole day. I was scared she'd starve. So I let her use my makeup and skincare for free. Tang even gave her some dresses she'd never worn. To make her feel okay about it. I told her all happy like just go ahead. Even though she'd scoop up huge globs of moisturizer. And a jar of face cream would be empty in a week. But I don't know when it started. Our vibe just shifted. One time Bai Fei hit me up for $5,000, said it was urgent. And she'd pay me back next month. Seeing her all about to cry. And trust in her. I didn't think twice and sent it. But when next month came around, she didn't make a move to pay me back. The whole semester went by. And she still didn't bring it up. Then my phone broke. And I needed a new one. So I asked her for the money back. But as soon as I said it, she got all annoyed. And asked like, are you really short on cash right now? I was totally caught off guard. Like no matter if I'm broke or not. Wanting my own money back ain't wrong, right? I said, Fei. Honestly, I've already asked my mom for a lot of money these 2 months. If I ask her again, she's gonna flip out on me. Any normal person hearing that would get what I mean. But Bai Feifei acted like she didn't get it. Just took my hand and said, Xiaoman. It's not that I don't want to pay you back. My dad hasn't gotten his paycheck yet. When he does, I'll pay you, okay? If you're really hurting for cash, you could just get a cheaper phone. This one of mine was only 3,000 bucks. And I've had it for 4 years. I was blown away by her logic. Finally, after I kept insisting, Bai Feifei reluctantly called her dad. That's how I finally got my money back. A long time later, I found out Bai Feifei borrowed that 5,000 to get her boyfriend's new phone. I thought that was already ridiculous enough. But I didn't know the worst was yet to come. Not long after came my 20th birthday. My mom sent me 20,000 bucks to buy myself something nice. I got the LV bag I'd been dreaming about. Came back super excited to show them. Tang Tang said I had great taste. This bag really fits my vibe. Sure, it was a bit pricey, but still within my budget. Plus it's a classic and holds its value. So it's a solid investment. But Bai Feifei got all jealous, grabbing my bag and saying, "Oh my god, Xiaoman, this bag costs 20,000 bucks. My dad works hard all year and still can't earn that much." Sigh. Is this what they call the gap between people? Speaking of which, your family's already loaded. Why are you still bugging me to pay you back? Hearing that, my excitement just got doused with cold water. Even the bag in my hand felt dull. This time I didn't put up with her. I just looked at her and said, "What business is it of yours if I spend my own family's money? My mom's happy to spend that cash on me. And besides, your family's struggling. That's not my fault. What right do you have to be all sarcastic? And I don't care if you buy your boyfriend a phone. But don't come borrowing from me then. You're something else, Bai Feifei. Can't even afford to feed yourself. And you're buying gifts for your boyfriend. Someone like you. Even Wang Baochuan would step aside for you." You Bai Feifei got so upset you started crying. And stormed out of the dorm. After that, Bai Feifei and I kinda drifted apart. But we hadn't completely burned bridges yet. What really broke us up was Bai Feifei getting acute gastroenteritis in the middle of the night. Rolling around in pain on her bed. Tang Tang and I felt bad. We two skinny frames took turns carrying Bai Feifei down the stairs. And rushed her to the hospital. The doctor said it was good we got her there in time. Any later and it would have been bad. It could perforate the intestine or something. Then it won't just be a 2-day hospital stay anymore. The whole night, me and Tang Tang were running around like crazy. Our legs were about to fall off. And we even had to front the medical bills. After all that, Bai Feifei didn't even say a single word of thanks. Instead he blamed us for bringing him to the hospital. This is just my old problem acting up. I just needed some pills. Why did you guys have to drag me to the hospital? I checked the bill plus the cab fare. That's 2,571 total. Between the three of us. Hey. I'll just give you 857 bucks each. Tang Tang was so mad his face turned green. He pointed at Bai Feifei and started cussing him out. Are you kidding me? You're the one who got sick. What does that have to do with me and Xiaoman? Bai Feifei shot right back. Exactly. It never had anything to do with you. So why are you sticking your nose in? Man. I should have just let you suffer through the pain. After watching Bai Feifei pull all that, me and Tang Tang finally saw him for who he really was. He's just a weirdo. So this time we were super firm and got the money back from him. And then we completely cut ties with him. But of course he went around spreading rumors everywhere, saying me and Tang Tang were bullying him on campus. Playing the poor innocent victim card. Back then, the kids on our dorm floor were all pointing fingers at us. Even the counselor was subtly hinting to us, be friendly to your classmates. Build a nice peaceful dorm life together. Don't make his job as a counselor harder. So we had to vent to the counselor, telling him about all of Bai Feifei's amazing deeds. After he heard everything he went quiet too. He just said fine, just don't associate with him then. Me and Tang Tang nodded. As long as Bai Feifei doesn't mess with us, we won't go out of our way to bother him either. Bai Feifei's boyfriend Zhao Gang is a jock from the next college. A notorious player. Ever since we cut ties with Bai Feifei, he had nobody to talk to in the dorm. So he'd just be on his phone video calling Zhao Gang all day. Even at night he'd be giggling under the covers into his phone. And Bai Feifei would keep bragging in the dorm about how generous his boyfriend was. How he didn't mind spending money on him. Unlike some people. He kept saying me and Dawn were being cheap way too many times. Me and Dawn just couldn't take it anymore. So we got into a huge fight with him in the dorm. He called Zhao Gang crying, saying me and Dawn teamed up to bully him alone. Zhao Gang was all sweet and soft on the phone calming him down. Saying me and Dawn were just jealous that Bai Feifei got such a great boyfriend. Real nasty. Bai Feifei was all smiles after Zhao Gang's sweet talk. Bai Feifei thought Zhao Gang was her soulmate. But she had no clue Zhao Gang was totally not a good guy. Back in my past life because of a string of stormy weather. The girls' dorm that was already falling apart collapsed. The whole building was filled with screams. Everyone was running for their lives. Bai Feifei had taken off her pajamas while on a video call with Zhao Gang. So now she was only in her bra and panties. She kept saying she had to get dressed first. But time was running out. In those few seconds she was looking for clothes. The stairs were shaking more and more violently. Just as me and Don got to the stairs, we heard Bai Feifei's desperate cries for help. Oh my god, Don. Help. Save me. My legs cramped up. I struggled inside for a second, but finally decided to let Don run ahead on her own, and I went back to the dorm for Bai Feifei. Don looked at me with total shock, but she didn't have time to react, and got swept away by the crowd. Bai Feifei might be whatever, but at least she was alive. I just couldn't stand by and watch her die. When I got back to the dorm, the whole building was already shaking hard. Walking was super difficult. The rain and thunder outside, mixed with the screams and cries of students, like the end of the world. Bai Fei was on the bed holding her calf, looking super pained. I didn't even think twice. I grabbed Bai Fei and ran out. I don't even know where I got the strength. I basically dragged her out in the last second before the dorm got buried, breaking out of the building with Bai Fei right before it came down. Honestly, at that moment I felt like one foot was in the grave. After I was sure we were safe, I totally collapsed. I was out cold in the hospital for 2 whole days. When I woke up, I found out my right leg was broken. Wrapped up in a thick cast, Bai Fei lost a little weight, and she had some bruises in the same room as me. When Zhao Gang found out he was in the hospital, he gave him a call. But it wasn't the caring support Bai Fei expected. It was straight up insults and blame. Bai Fei, your nudes are all over the place now. Even my roommates have seen the HD uncensored pics. We're done. A girl like you, who's gonna want you? Someone posted online the photos of me saving her. In those pics Bai Fei is almost fully naked. Only the private parts are blurred out. Anyone who knew her could spot her right away. Bai Fei cried and begged. Old Ma was getting to her right then. I didn't have time to put on clothes. But everyone else was dressed. Why weren't you? Damn it. I got stuck with a huge green hat on my head, and I haven't even settled with you yet. Zhao Gang didn't listen to Bai Fei's explanation at all. He just kept cursing worse and worse. The call got cut by Zhao Gang. Bai Fei burst into tears. I couldn't take it. I couldn't help trying to comfort her. Stop crying. What's there to cry over a guy like that? Just take it as a chance to see his real face. Bai Fei covered her face and sobbed. She didn't answer me. I thought he'd get it in a few days. After all, what's more important than life itself? But I never guessed. The Bai Fei I risked my life to save would push me off the building when I wasn't looking. In the moment I fell, he was just standing there, arms crossed, face pale white, biting his lip, glaring at me with pure hate. If it wasn't for you, Bro Gang would never have broken up with me. That day, even if you hadn't saved me, I would have been fine. You're the reason everyone saw me. Bro Gang was right to ditch me. It's all your fault. Go die. Bai Fei couldn't believe Zhao Gang was that kind of person. So she took all her anger and hate out on me. She imagined if she could do it over, even if I didn't save him, he'd still get out fine, without a scratch. So fate gave us another chance. Just not sure this time without me risking it all. What's gonna happen to Bai Fei? Rumble rumble. I poked my head out the window. This crazy storm that's been going on for 5 days and nights straight ain't showing any signs of letting up. It's deep in the night right now, but the far-off sky is glowing a weird dark red. In my past life everyone thought this was just another heavy rain. Just a bit longer than usual. The government departments were all on flood control duty, stepping up their vigilance big time. But nobody could have guessed the non-stop rain would cause the dorm building to collapse. Our school is surrounded by mountains on 3 sides. Especially this girl's dorm of ours. It's practically built into the hillside. When the building went down, mud and rocks mixed with rain came crashing down. In less than 5 minutes, the whole dorm turned into a pile of rubble, completely buried by the mountains, mud and trees. Tang Tang and Bai Fei are still arguing. I glanced down at my watch. It's exactly early morning right now, 2:31. I remember last time me and Bella were leaving the dorm at 2:40. So, that means we got at most 9 minutes before the building collapses. Right then, I sensed the water cup on the table starting to shake slightly. My heart skipped a beat. I yelled, "Oh no! The building is going down. Run." No time to explain to Tommy. I grabbed his hand and ran outside. I was in such a rush, I didn't even have time to put on shoes. Tommy was totally confused being dragged along. Bella was on her bed covering her mouth laughing. "What, are you crazy? The building falling down? Why not say it's the end of the world?" I had no mood to bicker with you. I quickly ran out to the hallway, knocking on every door next to us. "Wake up. Stop sleeping. Sestaglaps. Get up. The building is falling. If you don't run now it's too late." But the rain was too loud. Most people couldn't hear. Finally someone answered, only to get cursed out. "You're insane. Why are you banging on doors in the middle of the night?" Tommy used his other hand to feel my forehead. Confused he said, "No fever. Come on, mess, stop it. You just had a nightmare. Let's go back to the dorm." Right as he said that, the stairs started shaking hard. The lights in the hallway began flickering. With the thunder and lightning outside, the vibe was super creepy. Tommy looked at me in disbelief. A second later he started banging on doors too. Luckily more and more people felt the stairs shaking. They opened their doors to check what's up. I saw most of the classmates were awake. I breathed a little easier. But as time ticked by, the building shaking got more intense. Everyone screamed and rushed to the stair exit. I kept pulling Tommy forward. Just then, I heard Bella screaming for help from behind. Same as last time. Like a demon hunting for souls. What? Tang Tang. Where are you guys? Save me. Tang Tang heard Bai Feifei's cries for help and his footsteps. This time I didn't hesitate for a second. I dragged Tang Tang and rushed out of the dorm building in 3 big steps. All of us were standing in the heavy rain, watching the dorm building collapse right in front of our eyes. A lot of the girls started crying from fear, huddling together in groups. I took in the whole scene, feeling a mix of emotions. In my past life it all happened so sudden, and it was late at night. Most students were asleep. By the time they reacted it was way too late. That time Bai Feifei and I just got a few scrapes. At least we made it out alive. But a lot of our classmates got buried under the rubble. No idea if they were dead or alive. Good thing this time I woke everyone up in time. After the students noticed something was off, they immediately evacuated in an orderly way. So this time not many students got hurt. Except for Bai Feifei. With such a big incident at school, the school officials stepped in right away, rearranging dorms for us students who weren't hurt. Then they counted by class who was buried and needed rescue. The school quickly called Bai Feifei's parents. They're on their way here now. Bai Feifei was eventually pulled out by the firefighters. When they found him, it was the next day in the afternoon after the accident. Even though he didn't manage to escape the dorm in time, luckily he wasn't hurt too bad. 2 fallen concrete slabs happened to form a triangle, pinning him underneath, keeping him stuck, but blocking other debris from hitting him. Bai Feifei was still fully awake, calling out for help weakly. After checking the area, the firefighters got to work right away. Bai Feifei's boyfriend heard the news and rushed over too. But he wasn't worried about him. He was trying to stop the rescue. He snuck up to the firefighter and said, "Officer, my girlfriend isn't wearing any clothes. Can you find some clothes first? Try to slip them to her. Then get her out. There are so many guys around. If my girlfriend comes out naked, won't her reputation be ruined?" College students love to watch drama. Even though they just went through life and death the night before, now they're calm and gossiping. A girl whispered, "He's nuts. The firefighters are saving lives. They can't worry about all that. It's about staying alive, or some so-called purity. Did this guy just time travel from the Qing dynasty?" Even the firefighters were like, "Dude, shut up." They said, "Hey man, we're here to help. Every minute your girlfriend is in more danger. Time is tight, so stop making things worse." The firefighters ignored Zhao Gang and sped up their rescue. As the rubble and rebar got cleared away, an hour later, they pulled Bai Feifei out completely naked. Actually, the second she was out, one firefighter took off his jacket and covered her up. When it's life and death, nobody cares about anything else, except Zhao Gang. Bai Feifei lay on the stretcher all dirty, searching everywhere for Zhao Gang. Finally spotting him at the back of the crowd, she called out with teary eyes, "Gang ge." But his face turned dark. Without a single word, he walked away without looking back. Bai Feifei saw that. Not sure if it was fear or heartbreak, she burst into loud crying right there. Her parents were still on the road. The school asked us roommates to help take care of her. So Tang Tang and I from the crew stepped in again. But this time I wasn't running around for her. I came to watch the drama. When we got to the hospital, Zhao Gang was arguing with Bai Feifei in bed. "Why do you think we're breaking up? Don't you know? Everyone saw your whole body. Why would I want to be with someone like you? The most precious thing a woman has is gone. You know what matters most to me. Why couldn't you wait a bit longer that day? Is it that hard to put on some clothes, is it?" Zhao Gang's face twisted, not caring at all about Bai Feifei in the hospital bed. She just went through life and death. Right now she needed someone to comfort her. I was about to die back then. How could I think about that? You don't even care about me. Now you want to break up. Is this how you treat me? Tears covered Bai Feifei's pale face. It made anyone's heart ache to see. But Zhao Gang still wasn't budging. See. So Bai Feifei actually has a normal way of thinking. He knows right from wrong too. In his past life he took all his anger out on me. This time there's no one to take the blame. So he starts reasoning with Zhao Gang again. Tang Tang watched this play out. He quietly clenched his fists. Damn. This Zhao Gang is such a jerk. What a trashy thing to say. Is Bai Feifei blind or something? She still treasures a guy like that. Tang Tang's a straight shooter. Even though he argued with Bai Feifei so many times, inside he still feels bad for him. I grabbed his hand reaching for the door, and warned him. Let them sort out their own business. We shouldn't get involved. From what happened to me in my past life, Bai Feifei loves Zhao Gang. You could say, they were crazy in love with each other. Who knows if those two will patch things up later? What if they make up? Then all of us who told them to break up would be the biggest villains. So what we gotta do now is stay out of Bai Feifei's mess. He's getting what he deserves right now. After a week plus, Bai Feifei moved back into our dorm. We were on totally bad terms before, but this time he seemed like a whole different person. He was way nicer to us. He even bought me and Tang Tang each a gift. Back when I was in the hospital, my parents told me everything. You guys helped them out a lot. No matter what, thanks anyway. Tang Tang and I were both shocked. Bai Feifei is a snake, but his parents are still decent folks. They're both old, and they've never been to a big city before. They didn't even know how to ride the subway. We just showed them the way a few times. So it's not like we really did much. But before they left, they bought us a ton of snacks and fruit to say thanks. Bai Feifei's dad was sobbing. I can tell you guys are good kids. Our Shiyuan has been taken care of by you all these years. Tang Tang thought he'd changed after nearly dying, but I didn't buy it. A person's nature doesn't change overnight. Someone who can try to off his roommate, how could he just turn good so easily? I thought about it, and hinted to Tang Tang about what happened in my past life. But I said it was just a dream. After hearing that Tang Tang finally got it. No wonder you pulled me to run back then. We talked it over. Since the advisor won't let us switch dorms, we'll find our own place and move out. Otherwise living with Bai Feifei, it just feels gross inside. But we never guessed another twist was coming soon. After morning class, on the way back from the classroom to the dorm, people along the way were pointing at me and Tang Tang, especially a few sketchy dudes from the next class. Their eyes were basically glued to us. Gave me and Tang Tang the creeps. I think it's them. I watched that video like 10 times. No way I'm wrong. Yeah. I remember one of them had a red birthmark on his shoulder. That's him. Holy crap. Never thought he'd look so innocent. They've been pulling some crazy stuff behind our backs. The more I heard, the weirder it got. I couldn't help but touch the birthmark on my back. My eyelids wouldn't stop twitching. We finally made it into the dorm. Even the girls started throwing weird looks at us. Like we were something dirty. Tang Tang spoke up confused. What's up with these people? Finally a girl from my club pulled us aside. And whispered, you two piss anyone off lately? Tang Tang and I just stared at each other. The girl pulled out her phone. And showed us a video. Our eyes nearly popped out of our heads. The video was full of half-naked shots of Tang Tang and me sleeping. Someone purposely waited till we were out. Lifted up our pajamas. And recorded clip after clip. They blurred out the important parts. But it was still hot enough to make your imagination run wild. Where did these videos originally come from? The girl glanced at my expression. And swallowed hard. Some guy from the sports college. Goes by the name Hao. He was bragging in the group that you two were his girlfriends. And these vids were taken after he hooked up with you. Tang Tang's fingers were already cracking loud. I tried hard to calm my murderous mood. You didn't need a brain to figure this one out. It had to be Bai Feifei. I never thought he'd stoop so low. When I kicked the dorm door open, Bai Feifei was sitting at his desk, frantically tapping his phone. I didn't waste words with him. I rushed over and grabbed his hair, slapping him left and right. Smack, 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 smack. I gave him over a dozen slaps in one go, until my palm was hot and numb. Then I stopped. Bai Feifei kept screaming. Are you crazy? Let me go. I cut to the chase and demanded. You took those photos online, right? Bai Feifei's eyes dodged. Not daring to look at me. What are you talking about? What videos? I have no clue what you mean. I'm telling the advisor. You guys are bullying me. I slammed his head hard on the desk. And snarled. Stop playing dumb with me, you took these videos, right? Who else would have? So you're saying me and Tang Tang should just take videos of each other and then send them to Zhaogang? We were making a huge fuss, and there were tons of people crowded outside the door, watching the drama. Even at this point, Bai Feifei was still being so stubborn. You guys were messing around out there. If someone caught it on camera, that's not my problem. Don't try to pin it all on me. Bai Feifei. You're really both stupid and mean. I let out a cold laugh. Tang Tang picked up Bai Feifei's phone from the floor. The screen was still on his chat with Zhao Gang. The chat history showed, just 1 minute before we walked in, Bai Feifei was still talking to Zhao Gang. He'd sent him over a dozen messages in a row. Didn't you say you were just gonna watch it yourself? I did what you told me. I've taken all those videos for you. Can you forgive me now? Now the videos are everywhere. They're gonna find out it was me soon. What should I do? I'm so scared. They won't let me off the hook if they know. Can't you just reply to my message? Seeing that the phone was now in our hands, Bai Feifei went weak and completely gave up fighting back. Tang Tang was heartbroken. Bai Feifei, did that guy put a spell on you or what? You were trapped under the building, and he treated you like that. You didn't even break up with him. And now you're trying to use our videos to win him back. Don't even mention Zhao Gang. The moment she heard his name, Bai Feifei got all fired up. She shouted loudly. What do you guys know? This was my hard-earned chance to make things right. He said. As long as I sent him the videos, we'd be even. Bai Feifei's eyes were bloodshot, and her face was twisted. Why should it be just us getting exposed and talked about? We're supposed to be roommates and besties. So we share the good times. And the bad times too. The classmates outside were all in shock. Everyone's worldview was blown away. I'm Tung. No point in arguing with her anymore. Just call 911 right now. Tang furiously pressed the call button. Tang angrily pressed the call button. Seeing me actually call the cops, Bai Feifei totally lost it. First he said sorry to me. Said he was just blinded by a moment of stupidity. Then he went down on his knees and begged, I can't go to the police station. If I get a record, how am I ever gonna find a job later? My parents worked so hard to get me into college. Can't you guys just forgive me please? It was Zhao Gang who tricked me. He said he was just watching alone. I didn't tell him to share it. If you're mad, blame him. Really, none of this has anything to do with me. I just stared at him coldly. What a joke. You're all talk now that it's too late. Too little too late. Why didn't you think of that earlier? Bai Feifei's pretty much famous at our school now. Got hauled off by the cops 2 months ago. And today the cops came for him again. Double the trouble, double the fun. This time, I decided to use the law to protect myself. Not just Bai Feifei. Zhao Gang's not getting away either. The cops took a deep dive into the video, and their chat logs. Honestly, they didn't even need to work that hard. The witnesses and evidence were all there. Just a quick look at the background of the video, and it was pretty obvious. That was our dorm. Our dorm has strict security. There's no way Zhao Gang could have gotten in. Even if he could, Bai Feifei, he just stays in the dorm all day. It's not like he's a veggie, seeing his own boyfriend and roommate getting it on in the dorm. Anyway, this whole thing is just ridiculous no matter how you look at it. The cops moved fast with the case. Before long, Zhao Gang was also brought to the station. From what the cops said, when Zhao Gang found out Bai Feifei got taken in, he got so scared he bought a train ticket right away, trying to get out of town and lay low. But justice has a long arm, and no one escapes it. Forensic tech is so advanced now. If you commit a crime, even if you run to the ends of the earth, the cops will drag you back. After the interrogation, Zhao Gang threw all the blame on Bai Feifei. Officer, I swear I had nothing to do with it. It was Bai Feifei who had beef with his roommate, and filmed that video to send to me. I was forced to accept it. Zhao Gang put on an innocent face, thinking the cops were idiots. Then why did you upload the video to every platform? Don't you know that's a crime? You'll get sentenced for that. Zhao Gang was shaking in his boots, and yelled he was framed. I really didn't know. I just slipped up. And those videos, I blurred everything out. You can't see anything. It can't be that serious of a crime, right? Geez. Looks like we still have a long way to go with legal education. Bai Feifei and Zhao Gang are definitely guilty of violating privacy and spreading obscene material. They're probably looking at 3 to 5 years in prison. But the real surprise came later. While Bai Feifei and Zhao Gang were being interrogated, 2 female cops took me and Tang to the hospital. Based on our investigation and questioning, we suspect you were probably drugged by Bai Feifei. His phone has a ton of private videos of you two, and in a lot of them you were both unconscious, even though he denied it repeatedly. For the truth, and for your own health, let's get a drug test done. When the results came back, me and Tung were indeed drugged. This proved that Bai Feifei and the other guy planned the whole crime. The stuff was bought by Zhao Gang through shady channels, and Bai Feifei slipped it into our water cups. No wonder I've been feeling so drowsy lately. As soon as I hit the bed, I'd black out. Turns out he really did pass out. While we were out cold, White Feifei would pose us in all sorts of positions, filming hundreds of videos, not just us sleeping. Even when we were showering, using the bathroom, changing clothes, he recorded all of it. At first Zhao Gang was genuinely only watching at night by himself, doing some nasty and gross stuff on the side. But as time went on, this guy actually found a business opportunity. He sold videos of me and Tang to porn sites, and made a decent amount of money. Thanks to White Feifei's case, the cops also busted a whole chain of illegal drug trafficking. Even that porn site got shut down. White Feifei and Zhao Gang got what they deserved. Way beyond what we could have imagined. 6 months later, this public prosecution case finally wrapped up. Zhao Gang and White Feifei got 10 and 7 years in prison respectively. Since the drugs they gave us were psychiatric meds, there are bound to be side effects and lingering issues. The court ordered them to pay me and Tung a total of 53,901.6 yuan in compensation. After everything we went through, the advisor had a pretty big mental shadow too. From then on, when students came to him complaining about dorm conflicts, wanting to switch rooms, he never felt comfortable approving it. After all, you never know what some mentally unstable people might do. A year later, me and Tang graduated smoothly. He got into a private company, and within a few years became a small-time boss. While I chose to go to grad school, after graduation I stayed on as a college professor. As for White Fei Fei and Zhao Gang, they can keep getting reformed in prison. Anyway, we all ended up with a bright future.